Okay, so we hear this phrase all the time, right? Responsible AI. But what does that actually mean? It can feel like this huge, tangled web of ideas. Well, today, we're going to untangle it.
People throw around terms like security, safety, and ethics, sometimes all in the same breath, and honestly, it can get pretty confusing. But these are not just buzzwords. They are distinct, absolutely critical pillars for the future of AI.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to break down exactly what each of these three concepts means, see how they're different, and, this is the most important part, how they all have to work together. By the end, we'll have a clear playbook for what a trustworthy AI future actually looks like. All right, let's start with the one that's probably the easiest to wrap our heads around: AI security. The simplest way to think about it, imagine you've got this incredibly powerful new car. Security is all about building the locks, the car alarm, and the anti-theft system. It's all about defense.
At its core, AI security is about protecting the system itself from outside threats. The bad guys. It's a lot like traditional cybersecurity. We're talking about stopping hackers from stealing your data, messing with the AI model, or just shutting the whole thing down.
Now, security experts have this classic framework they use called the CIA triad. It's pretty neat. Confidentiality is about keeping your data secret. That's the locked glove compartment. Integrity means making sure no one has messed with your engine or tampered with the data. And availability, well, that just means the car starts when you need it to. It's the bedrock of defending any system. Okay, so stick with me here. If security is all about protecting the AI from us, AI safety completely flips the script. Now we're talking about protecting us from the AI. So if security was the car's locks, AI safety is the airbags, the anti-lock brakes, and the seatbelts.
And here's the crucial difference. Safety is all about the harm an AI could cause even when no hacker is involved. This is about preventing accidents, those unintended consequences that happen because the AI itself is so complex and, let's be honest, sometimes pretty unpredictable.
And look, these aren't just minor worries. Some of the biggest names in the field, people like Geoffrey Hinton, who's often called one of the godfathers of AI, have raised some serious alarms. He's even talked about potential existential risks if we can't figure out how to make these super powerful systems align with what's good for humanity. And listen, while existential risk might sound like something out of a sci-fi movie, the problem of AI safety is happening right now. We've already seen some serious real-world consequences, from hiring tools that are biased against certain applicants to self-driving car accidents. See, these are safety failures, not security breaches. That's the key.
Okay. This brings us to the biggest, most foundational layer of them all, AI ethics. So, if security is the car's locks and safety is the brakes, then ethics is the GPS destination we plug in. It's the rules of the road. It's even the debate over who should get the keys in the first place.
AI ethics basically provides the why. It's the moral compass. It's the set of values that should be guiding all of our decisions about security and safety. It forces us to ask the really big questions about fairness, about accountability, and about what kind of society we're building with this technology.
Now, to make that a little less abstract, big international bodies like UNESCO are trying to get everyone on the same page around a few core principles. Things that put people first. The goal is to make sure AI supports us, that it's fair, that we can actually understand how it works, and that someone is responsible when things go wrong. But here's the billion-dollar question. Are companies actually doing this? Well, a recent survey from the World Economic Forum gave us a pretty stark answer. Only 18% of companies felt their AI practices fully reflected these human-centric values. That means a whopping 82% don't. That is a massive gap between saying the right thing and actually doing it.
And that gap is exactly why there's this huge global push for shared standards. Just look at this, the UNESCO recommendation on the ethics of AI. This is a huge deal. It's the first time that 193 countries have all agreed on a common ethical framework for this kind of technology. It really shows you this is a worldwide challenge.
And it's not just UNESCO. All these other major global bodies are jumping in, each with a slightly different angle. The OECD is looking at it through an economic lens. The EU is literally writing it into law. And the IEEE is creating practical standards for the engineers who are actually building this stuff. The point is, there's a growing global consensus here that ethics is non-negotiable.
Okay, so we've broken down the three big pillars. Now let's put it all back together into a simple playbook that you can actually remember.
So let's just boil it down one more time. Security protects the AI from bad guys, safety protects us from the AI's own mistakes, and ethics is the moral compass that guides everything, telling us what the right thing to do even is.
They are definitely distinct, but as you are about to see, they are completely connected.
I mean, think about it for a second. How can an AI system be considered safe if a hacker can just break in and take it over? It can't. And how can a system be ethical if it's unsafe and causes unintended harm, like discriminating against people? No way. They all build on each other, and it all has to start with a solid foundation of security.
You know, getting these definitions straight isn't just some academic exercise. It is the absolute first step for all of us, whether you're a developer, a lawmaker, or just a citizen trying to understand this stuff. It's how we start to shape a future where AI actually serves humanity. The question really isn't if AI is going to change our world anymore, it's how. And the answer depends entirely on us getting security, safety, and ethics right.